I want to talk about one of the most useful things I learned on my psychotherapy training to help come out of a stressful situation and ground yourself, settle yourself. It's basically a way of resourcing yourself by getting in touch with what tells you you're okay. In periods of crisis and increased stress, it's incredibly helpful, if not necessary, just to come back to this very basic sense of here I am. There's stuff going on out there which is freaking me out. So in this space, what tells me I'm okay? It's terribly easy to watch news and to get very activated and freaked out by doom and gloom out there. And the addictive adrenal quality of the news can really pull us in. So we need to be very clear and just say that enough's enough and come back to a sense of now I need to look after myself and make sure I'm okay and help my system settle. We're not designed to be linked into global events 24/7. We haven't evolved like this, so the media can be wonderful and helpful in some ways, but don't plug into trauma endlessly because this is not good for you. What is good for you is to resource yourself, to come back to a sense of what tells me I'm okay right here and now. So most of you will have a roof over your head, will have food in your cupboards, hopefully toilet paper, but we have showers and water as well. And the immediate sense of safety, well, you're okay. You have some sense of, here I am, this is what I'm working with, and I can come back to what tells me I'm okay right now, inside my house and inside my body. When we're stressed, we go up into our head and our thoughts race and we end up being hijacked by lots of unpleasant thoughts. We're all very sensitive, so if we watch traumatic information, we can get into a very activated state. So the best way to calm this down is to just clock what's okay in the space around you. So you may have people near you, you may be alone in your own space, and just to know what feels okay in the room. So the light is okay, maybe it's very quiet, maybe there's a sense of stillness. I think orienting to stillness is a fantastic thing to become aware of. Even if there are lots of difficulties around, there's still a lovely stillness that you can notice. And if you're alone, you're still alone with the stillness. There's a responsive something in the room with you. It's very, very subtle. It's not empty. It's not an empty void. There's a stillness there. And if you get in touch with the body and develop awareness, you can really learn to sense the stillness, which is quietly responsive. There's something there, and it's there for everyone. So that's a really big resource. If you can allow yourself to be received by the stillness, think of the stillness as like the big mother, the big something that's there, and it is responsive in some way, and your system sitting in that, and you can be held and supported by that stillness. It's a really lovely thing to orient to. In the body, it's very good to notice what's okay. So if there are fears about health, it's particularly useful to notice the good things in the body. So you can sense the comfortable parts of the body. So if I sit here and think of what's the most comfortable bit of me right now, I can feel my bum on the chair, feet on the ground. I feel like I'm just gently resting on the chair. I feel quite upright and I feel quite calm. My upper legs are probably my most comfortable bit right now. They feel solid, connected. I feel like I have energy. I could jump in the air, run or walk or just sit. There's plenty of oomph in my upper legs. That's the most comfortable bit of me right now. The body experience is constantly changing. So one moment you may have a clear head, another moment you may feel comfortable legs, another moment you can just feel a nice relaxed sense of feet on the ground. It's good to know what feels comfortable in the body. If you do find it difficult and you feel overwhelmed, just because you're home alone or home with your family dynamics, it doesn't mean you can't get help and support from professional therapists. There are a lot of excellent therapists online who can help provide space for you, work through your issues in complete confidentiality, give you space to process emotions and feelings that you may not be able to talk to your family about, and help you deepen into resources. Therapy really helps you develop resources, what tells you you're okay, how to center yourself, how to be grounded in spite of great difficulty around. So if you're interested in having therapy with people, I do recommend the Karuna Institute. I'm biased, I'm bound to say this, it's where I trained. It's a college based in Devon in the UK. So if you look up the Karuna Institute online, you'll come to a page that says Core Process Psychotherapy. And if you look down that page, there's a practitioner referral section. And there's a list that you can find, acpponline.net, find a therapist. If you click on that, you will find a whole list of therapists who will be able to offer you support during times of difficulty. And it doesn't matter if you're in California or Australia, you can find a time in your morning or in your evening, and you can find a practitioner there to help you go through this time of challenge. So I'll post this link underneath this video, which you can click on. And I recommend anybody who's going into overwhelm or freezing or dealing with a lot of fear, therapy definitely opens things up. It gives you a good, heartfelt connection to other people. It can be very comforting, calming, and it can help you process stuff so that you can come back to a good enough sense of well-being. And if you would like further support with tinnitus, with lots of information, approaches and techniques, you can download the app called Quieten from Google Play or from the App Store, and that will help you get on the road to recovery and help settle your system.